today I think Hussein was having some issues or he was busy. If you guys are busy and not able to join the classes, you can always go and look into the drive that I'll share with you, and you can watch this recording so that you don't miss anything. I don't want you to miss a 2 hours worth of lecture because of health issues or anything, right? So we'll record it every time so that you can access it later if needed. Okay. So now that we've started the recording, the first thing that I want to share with you is our tracker. This is going to be your uh, everyday material place, and we'll also discuss whatever curriculum. So this is a very dynamic piece. We'll keep changing it basis the things that we discuss. I hope you're all able to access this. Please try opening this because you will have all the material that I will use in this class will be linked in this tracker. Okay. Please confirm if you're able to use this. I'll share it with all the email IDs that you sent out. All right. So the first class actually was the demo class. So I'll just run that as the first class, but we'll start from the second one today and we'll do a pronunciation PDF. Okay. And within the pronunciation PDF, what we'll do is today we're going to look at the rules of pronunciation of French language. Okay. So I'm going to share my tablet. That's where I have the PDF. Just a moment. Able to see my tablet screen, everyone? Can someone confirm?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, it's up.
Okay. Wait. Okay. All right. So, règles de prononciation en français. What does this mean? Règle means rules of pronunciation in French. Okay. So we're gonna do some basic rules. So the thing is, French does follow some rules, just like Hindi has matraएं, and basis the matraएं, we pronounce the words a certain way. Okay. So I'm gonna discuss a few basic rules. These are derived out of my own personal experiences and from different sources. So basically, this is a compilation of all the rules possible. But this is not the exhaustive list. I'd say you will find exceptions out of these, and to even to these rules, French has a lot of exceptions. So this will help us cover at least 80 to 90% of the words that we encounter in French language. Okay, so this is the theory. And in today's class itself, we'll start reading the French language as well so that you can apply these rules that I'm going to discuss with you today. Make sense? Okay, let's start. So the first rule is when an E is added to a word. Go on, Hussein, please ask.
No, it was by mistake. Sorry.
Okay, no worries. So I'll start with the first rule, which is when an E is added to a word, the last consonant is usually pronounced. Okay. So the last consonant is usually pronounced, meaning that whenever there is a consonant at the end of the word, it's usually not pronounced. And I'll discuss which are the exceptions. But take, for example, vert. Okay, this is VERT. It's pronounced as ver. The T is not pronounced. Okay. The rule is that whenever an E is added after the T, after the consonant, I'm assuming everybody knows the difference between a consonant and a vowel. So I'll just briefly discuss that. A, E, I, O, U in English, these are the vowels. Every other letter of the alphabet, 26 alphabets, 21 of them are consonants. Only these 5 are called the vowels. Okay. So these, if I add a vowel at the end, okay, the consonant is to be pronounced then, only then. Okay. So the first word pronunciation is ver. Can Kriti say this word, first word? So you have to be a little active in
Where?
the class. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, where?
Where? And can Desika please pronounce the second word?
Where?
It's vert. Okay. Do you see the difference? The first one is vert. The second one is vert. I do say the T in the second one because sort of in a way E comes here and gives the power to T to get pronounced. Hussein, can you say both the words together, one after the other?
The first one will be where, and the second one is where.
Okay, vert. It's vert. Okay, it's not vert, it's vert.
Where?
Close. Okay,
Oh,
cool. Thank you. Now we'll move on to the second rule. So I encourage you to note these down, but I'll share this PDF as well within the drive that I have. Okay. So when an S is added to the end of the word, the pronunciation remains the same. Whatever it was before the pronunciation, before adding the S. And when do we add an S to a word? Usually it is to make it plural. Okay. Like in English, we have S or ES added to a word to make it plural. In French as well, we add S to certain words, not all of them. There are a lot of other plural forms, but whenever an S is added to a word, the pronunciation remains the same. Okay, so we just saw that the first word was pronounced where. Okay, when we add an S to it, the pronunciation won't change. Okay, won't change meaning you will go back to the singular form, check what was the pronunciation there, and you will pronounce it as the same way. Now, can someone pronounce Kriti? We'll do the same turns, okay? I'll say one, two, three. So, Kriti, can you please say this word with an S?
Is it bon? Bon?
No, no, no. It's the
Or
same
that?
word.
Or
Verts. Can you
oh,
say
it's
this word?
ver. Oh, okay.
So, it's
Where?
Verts. It's yes. It's the same pronunciation.
Yeah.
Where. We don't change it because an S is added to it. We don't
Where?
change the
Mm-hmm.
pronunciation. Now, can Desika,
Okay.
can you pronounce the second one, which has an S added to it? What was the pronunciation for this, and then pronounce this, both of them, please?
West. West.
Yes. So you see, there is absolutely no difference in the way we pronounce these two plurals, the plurals versus the singular form. The pronunciation remains same. However, the way we pronounce them in the singular form has to be retained when we make it to the plural. So where with an S without an E will be pronounced where, while the one with the E will be pronounced vert. Okay? Make sense? Everybody? Hoping that's a yes.
Yes. Yes.
I will.
Makes sense.
Oh, I,
Yes. Makes sense.
okay, good. So we'll move on to the third rule, and this is where I'll need your noses to make those nasal sounds. So we are going to discuss the sounds of N and M. Okay, when you say N and M in French, the place where they are positioned in a word actually matters. Okay, so the rule is this is the rule, the one written in red. N and M not followed by a vowel have a nasal sound. Can Kriti, can you repeat this rule? N and M, not followed by a vowel,
Uh,
have a nasal sound.
uh, I'm not able to follow because can you please repeat it for me once?
Yeah. So I'll
N
say.
and
So
M.
you see, I'll give you
Mm.
an example. Then, yeah. Whenever you see
Okay.
an N anywhere in the word, in anywhere in the French word, if it's not followed by a vowel, meaning that it's either followed by a consonant or there is no word after it, no word absolutely. Okay. So the first two examples are good examples. The first N is followed by a C in bon, right? Bonk. So I'll tell you
Okay.
why. So this N sound here is going to be a nasal sound, meaning that I'm not going to say it as N. I'm going to say it as uh, uh. Okay. The sound is like in Hindi we have this sound chand bindu. It's Okay.
Mm.
So I say bonk, bonk, bonk. The second sound is
Bonk.
fa. Can you can you say fa?
Fa. Bonk.
Yes, fa.
Fa.
Uh, Yes. Can Desika, can you pronounce the next two words for me, please?
Fa.
Yes, yes. Go on. That's correct. The next one, please.
Swan.
Swan. Yes. Do you hear that nasal sound coming out of your nose? You
Wait.
do? Yes. So the thing is, N and M both sort of have these same sounds. They do not have any differentiation, especially when we're making the nasal sounds. The nasal sounds for N and M are the same. Only when, and I'll discuss that in the next rule. Before that, I'll ask you, Shane, can you please read the last word which is written here?
Value.
uh,
Yes. Thank you, Jessica. Yeah. Hussein, can you read that as well?
I missed it. What's the word?
You see it?
Yeah.
This word.
Borneo.
Yes, it's bon lieu. It's not bon lieu. You hear? I don't say n sound at all. I say bon lieu. I say on
Yeah.
lieu. Bon lieu. Okay. So there is a nasal sound.
Borneo.
Why? Because I have a, yeah. The nasal sound comes. Why? Because there is a consonant after the n. Or nasal sound comes here because there is nothing after m here or n here. You see that? I'll give you counter examples. You will understand this rule better. The next rule is whenever it is followed by a vowel, whenever it's followed by a vowel, and what letters are we talking about? N and M. Whenever M and M are followed by a vowel, the voice changes to non-nasal. Non-nasal meaning we actually pronounce that word as it is. Okay. So I'll read out this first word and you'll understand. You see, the difference here is that N is followed by a vowel, which is E right now. Okay. So we say this as word, the word is pronounced as fin. Fin. I've written it in Hindi here. It's called fin and not fa, just like we did before. So this word here, without a E, this word is called fa, but this word is called fin. Do you understand the difference? Can Kriti please read the two words fa and fin for me?
Yeah. Fiend, fa.
Yeah, that's the second one. Yes, and
Yeah.
the upper one without a E. So yeah, I want you to read this word as well.
Fiend.
The first one, please. This one on the left. It's not fin.
The one that is written with the red pen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the red pen
Fa.
here
This
is, yeah. It's
fa.
it's fa. Yes, it's fa. And this
Fa.
one is,
Yeah. Fa. This one is fiend.
yes. That's absolutely correct.
Yeah.
Can Desika please read the second word for me?
Fair.
Can you repeat that, please?
Fair.
No, it's not. I'm not able to hear you properly, but I think that's the wrong sound. Can you repeat that once more?
Fair.
No, it's not fame. It's a firm. A firm. Okay, so
Firma.
yes, affirm. This R sound, we're gonna do it separately, but for now, know that what I'm teaching you here is the M sound. You see, we're hearing that M sound very distinctly. Affirm, affirm, affirm. Hussein, can you repeat this word, please?
Affirm.
Yes, affirm. Thank you.
Uh, Afim.
Yes, it's affirm, affirm. Okay, don't skip the
Afim.
R, but yeah, we'll get there. Yes, close. Cool. Let's move on to the next word. Can Hussein please read this word as well?
Banal.
It's banal. Yes.
Banal.
Yes. It's banal. In French, the pronunciation for A, as we discussed in the demo class, is A. Okay. It's proper A sound. It's not A like in English. It's A. Can someone say A?
A.
Um, yes. Can Kriti, can you repeat this word
Uh,
then for me?
Banal or affirm.
It's the last one.
Banal.
It's banal. Yeah, banal. Okay, it's banal. You
Bana.
see, we see it.
Bana.
Yeah, yes. We hear the N sound here distinctly. We do, right? We do not hear the N or
Yeah.
M sound in the rule that we just discussed about. I'm hoping that
Yeah.
the rule with the consonants and with the vowels is clear for N and M. Can
Yes.
Desika, can you please repeat the first rule? Why when do we pronounce the nasal sounds?
When N and M is not followed by a vowel, we have to pronounce a nasal sound.
Exactly, yes. Very good. Okay. Hussein, can you say the second rule for me, please? When do we pronounce the N and M sounds? The
uh,
non-nasal ones?
After NM, if we have a vowel, then we pronounce NM.
Exactly, yes. Kriti, can you please say those rules again for me, just once more, so that I'm sure you
Uh,
understood?
So, yeah, N, M, N, when they are followed by a vowel, then we don't pronounce the next word. Like in bong,
Uh,
we don't say N, right? Bong. It's,
yeah. So
am
whenever it's
I
not
correct?
followed by a
Yeah.
vowel, it's pronounced as nasal. Okay, understood?
Yeah. Oh, yes. It's pronounced as nasal. Yes. 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 Okay.
All right. Very
Yeah.
good. Now
Understood.
let's move on to the next word, next rule. Sorry. The fourth rule is there are conjugations that we're going to learn. Okay. And when we're going to learn the conjugations, we are also, of course, going to do the conjugations. We are also going to do the pronunciations for those words. So the general rule here that I'm going to discuss is for present tense and for imperfect tense, whenever we conjugate ill and ill with plural, okay, whenever I change the ill singular to ill plural, the pronunciation of the conjugation, even though it changes a lot in writing. So you see, il for the verb chante, the verb is chante, chanter. Okay. I write il chante as the conjugation, but when I change it to plural, I write il with the ent, chante with the ent. Sorry. Okay. The rule I'm here discussing is the pronunciation. It actually remains exactly the same. It does not change. So can Desika, can you please read the first pronunciation with singular il,
Il chante,
il chante. Yes. Hussein, can you read the second one, please?
il chante.
Il chante.
Il
Yes.
chante.
Yes. So you see, there is no difference at all. We don't say it as il chantant, even though I write it as ent, right? So this rule actually contradicts the one that we just learned, which is whenever n is followed by a non-vowel, the nasal sound is produced. I don't say it as chanton. Why? Because of this rule. Okay, I don't change the pronunciation when I go from singular to plural. Understood? Can someone give me a thumbs up?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Understood.
Great. So this rule that I'm discussing is only for two tenses of French. One is the présent and the second one is imparfait. We're gonna see which tenses are those. But for now, understand this is only for present and imperfect. So the second example that I've written here is for imparfait. Can Kriti please read both of these pronunciations?
The second one,
Yeah, this one and the second one both.
il, yeah, il dansant,
Mhm,
danse,
mhm. It's il don't
danse,
say.
il dansait,
Yes. Second.
il dansait.
Yes. So you see, there is no difference when we change from
Mhm.
singular to plural, even though I write it as completely different thing when writing. Okay, make sense? All right. So
Yes.
if there is anything, yeah, Hussein, please go ahead.
Mohit, this il danse, the word danse and the
Yeah.
word the dance in English. Not this spelling, but this another spelling. Are they both the same? Like on the pronunciation, we say il
Eh,
danse and il danse. They both sound the
no,
same.
no, 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 no. Are you saying about this and the ones that I'm writing below? Are you talking
Yeah,
about the pronunciation difference between these two? Yes, they are different.
yeah,
I'll
the
pronounce
dance
them and you
we
note it.
say in the English.
Yeah. So the
The
first one is
pronunciation
il
also
danse,
different,
il
right?
danse. Yeah. The second one is il danse, il danse. The upper one is danser with a sound at the end. Understood?
Okay, got it.
Good.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. No worries. So the fifth rule, and this is one of the most important things that I want you to take away from this lecture. If you don't even remember anything, ye rule please yaad rakh lena, because you are going to encounter this word in French so often that you have to get it right every time you say this word. Okay. And this word, this letter actually comes a lot of times within the words, in the starting of words, and in the end of words. You can see it everywhere. The good thing about this word is the pronunciation remains the same everywhere you see it. बीच में आएगा तब भी you have to pronounce it the same way. End में आएगा तब भी you have to pronounce it the same way. Starting में आएगा तब भी you have to pronounce the same way. So anywhere you encounter it at whatever place, it's pronounced the same way. And the pronunciation is A. Can someone say this pronunciation? A.
A.
A, yes. So A is always pronounced A wherever it is placed in a word. Okay. So can Kriti please start with this phrase? What? How do we pronounce this phrase? First one.
Il a chanté.
Yes, it's il a chanté. Okay. Il a chanté. Yes. Very
Il
nice.
a chanté.
Desika, can you please read the second one?
Liberté.
It's not liberté, it's liberté. We'll discuss ER sound as well, but it's liberté. The sound,
Liberté.
yes, liberté. Very nice. Hussein, please read the third one for me.
Il a touché.
Very
Il
nice. Okay.
touché au col.
It's no. Can you repeat this one? Third one.
Il a touché.
Me?
Yes, that's correct. Hussein, can you say that once more?
Il touché.
Il a touché. Yes. And the fourth one, can you say that, Hussein?
École.
What is this word? École. Yes. Kriti, can you say this word, please?
École.
École. Yes. So we don't say S here according to our second rule that we read today. Okay. So all of those rules are going to get clubbed when we are going to read the French stories together. Make sense? That is why we're just reading the rules individually so that you are able to pronounce those words whenever they come together as a story. Okay. All right, let's move on to the next one, which is plural pronouns and articles. So there are a lot of plural pronouns and articles in French. They are written here. You can note them down. There is a E sound in it. There is an E present in it, E and S present in it. We just pronounce it as A. So we say le. The first word is pronounced, but the ending of it is always pronounced as A. Okay. So can Kriti start with the first two, please? Please read them for me.
Les.
Yes.
Mais.
Yes. Desika, please read the next two for me.
Say. Say.
Yes, the pronunciation is the same. Okay. Hussein, please read the last two for me.
Safe and safe. And could you just recap this rule? I didn't understand.
Should I recap this? Is what you're saying? So
Yeah,
what
I
I'm
didn't
saying
understand
is
this rule.
whenever there is the rule is whenever there are plural subject pronouns and articles like les is a plural article, definite article. With the es sound at the end, we always say a. This word is pronounced as a. Okay, so I'm basically teaching you all the a sounds in French. Okay, so that's what the rule is. Le, say. What whenever es sound comes at the end within this word, within these subject pronouns, we call them as a at the end. Okay,
Okay.
and we'll get
So
to
last will
learn
be
more about
te,
these
right?
plural ones. It's te. It's not te. It's te. This is wrong. Okay, this is not correct. This one is correct. Te, the softer one. Te. The.
Okay. Yeah.
Cool. So the next rule is er sound in the end of verbs and infinitives is also the same as a. And I'm going to call and take the liberty of calling this word now from now onwards as a. Okay. So can someone repeat this rule for me? Kriti, can you repeat this rule for me?
Mm, where the er sound in the end of the verb and
Yes.
infinitive is also same as
A.
a.
A. Okay.
So
So note this down somewhere. This
chante.
sound is called A. Yes. The example
A.
I've written
Yeah.
is
A.
chante. Even though it's written as er, I
Pronounce
just discussed.
it.
Yes, it's pronounced exactly the same as this word that I wrote in chat. Okay, both of the pronunciations are same.
Okay.
Understood? Yes, great.
Yes.
Jessica, can
So
you
it's
please read
going
the
to be
second one for me?
Shante.
Yes, correct. Thank you. Jessica, can
Manger.
yes, it's mon.
Manger.
Yes, manger. You see, we are also using the N rule that we read earlier. There is no vowel after N. So we are saying manger. It's not manger, it's manger. Okay, manger. Thank you. Hussein, can you please read the last one for me? This is a little tough, but just try.
Réveiller.
Yeah. So the thing is, the rule that we just read, réveiller. So the thing is, this A is also going to be pronounced as A, and the ending here is also going to be pronounced as A. Okay. We just read that anywhere this A
Okay.
comes in, this A with the accent, it's going to be pronounced as A. So this is ré, then V, I, A, réveiller. And we say this as a singular word, we say réveiller. Okay. Can you, can you say that again? Sorry.
Réveiller.
Sort of, yes, it's close, but it's not quite correct. Kriti, can you say that for me? Hussein, please listen closely.
Revier.
Close. It's not
Is it
réveiller,
going to be
it's yeah, it's réveiller. Réveiller.
Réveiller.
Revi?
Yes. So yeah, break it down. It's ré, then ve, then I, ye.
Réveiller.
Yes, that's close, Jessica. Can you repeat that, please, for everyone?
Réveiller.
And it's not réveiller or réveiller. It's réveiller. Can someone say that again, please?
Can you zoom
Réveiller.
out a little? I wanted to see the Hindi spelling of it if possible.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you.
yeah. Please do.
Uh, is it reveille?
Réveiller.
Revi re
Yes,
ve
that's close.
e
Very close.
a reveille.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay,
Yeah.
reveille.
So this is not a re. The her here that I put here in the foot of R is not the complete H sound.
Yeah,
I'm just using this R and her together to sound the French R, which does not exist in Hindi.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. So don't think it
Yes, I
as
understood
her.
that. Yeah,
This
yeah,
is thank you. Thank you. This is réveiller. Close. Okay. So the rule was
yeah.
whenever there is ER at the end of verbs, all the ER verbs are pronounced as A at the end. Okay. Rule is clear, I'm hoping. Please give a thumbs up on the
Yes,
chat. Yeah,
yes,
that
it's clear.
helps a lot. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, let's move on to the next one. When we are done with this whole PDF, we're gonna take a very short break so that you can stretch your legs. Okay. Right now, let's just go on to the next one. Ooh. Okay. This sound OU wherever it occurs, it's called as ooh. Ooh. I've written it in Hindi as well, so you should be able to understand it. Assuming everybody here knows Hindi, this sound is ooh. Okay. Kriti, can you please say this sound?
Yeah. Ooh,
Oh, yes.
ooh.
Desika, can you read the first word for me, please? Thank you, Kriti.
Bonjour.
Can you say that again?
Bonjour.
Yes, that's correct. Okay, great. Hussein, please read the second one for me. Sorry, you get all the tough ones, but
Yes. No worries. Journey.
it's not a journée. I just so the sound wherever ooh comes, it has to be said ooh. Okay, it's journée. Can you say that again?
Journey.
Yes, journée. Okay, so the ooh sound has to be a little elongated than jo. This is jo
Oh,
in
okay.
Hindi. This is
Journey.
you. Okay. Yes, it's journée. Kriti, can you say the last one, please?
Yeah. Amor.
Can you repeat that?
Amor.
No, it's not more. It's not more. It's not more.
Okay.
Okay. Can you say that again with
Okay.
the correct sound? Read the Hindi.
Uh, a amor.
Yes, it's amour. Okay. It's amour. So
Amor.
this
Oh,
sound.
yes, it's amor. Amor. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. So this was the rule. Wherever OU sound comes, the sound is, Desika is going to tell me what's the sound, Desika, for OU.
Oh,
Can you repeat that? No, that's not correct.
oh,
It's oo. It's not O.
oh,
It's oo. Can you repeat that, please?
oh.
Yeah, I'm sorry for making you all repeat this sound, because if you spend time right now, this is gonna help you for your life in French. Okay, so please pay a lot of attention to these sounds that I'm producing. I'm going to give you a resource after the class so that you can practice these sounds on your own as well. I will discuss that after the PDF is ended. Okay. Let's for now move on to the next rule, which is the O sound, which most of you are making right now. Okay. So O sound in French is produced by two vowel combinations, which is AU and EAU. The sound is exactly the same as English O. I'm sure you all know the sound of O in English. Okay. So you have to say that sound whenever you see this word AU and EAU. Make sense? Kriti, can you now say the first word written here?
Bo.
It's bo. Very good. Yes. Desika, can you say the second one for me, please?
Bote,
It's bo te. Yes, it's bo te. Close. Yes.
bote.
Close. Thank you. Hussein, an easy one this time, thankfully. Can you say the third one?
O.
Yes, it's simply O. Can you please also say the last one?
Kado.
Ka do. Yes, very nice. So this I'm guessing is simple. So Kriti, can you please repeat the rule for me? What was the rule?
The rule is that we say when there is a u, we say o. So, for
Yes,
example,
that's correct.
i- in bo, it's going to be the spelling will be ba, a, u. So it's going to be bo,
Yes,
not
yes,
boo,
that's
as
absolutely
per
correct.
English.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Desika, can you please repeat the last two words for me? I just want to make sure this rule is understood properly. The last two words in this list that Hussein said.
Oh,
Okay. So say that again,
kado,
please. Can you
oh,
say? Ah, that's
e,
correct. This one,
kado.
this time. Yes. O and Kadu. Okay. That's correct. Very good. Okay, let's move on to the next one. I'm assuming everybody's clear with this rule, the seventh one. So we're gonna learn the sound of U in French. Okay. So I want you to make two sounds, one after the other, and the U sound is actually a combination of those two sounds that we have in English. Okay. The U, French U sound does not exist in Hindi or in English. So you have to learn it separately. It's nothing but a combination of two sounds. So you have to start saying E with your mouth, and then you have to end it with U. So it's U, 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 U. Can Kriti say this word for me, please? You have to say this first sound, the second sound, and you have to club them
Yeah,
one after the other.
yeah. U.
You close.
And
Okay. So
so do I.
that's
Yeah. Okay.
yeah. Go on. Go on.
So do I
You were
pronounce
asking a question.
the word? Yeah. So do I pronounce the word or do I say just the pronunciation of U? U
It's not u.
alphabet.
It's not u. Yeah. Yeah, you say the pronunciation. So
U.
this is yeah. This is u. You notice the difference in this sound and ou sound that we learned earlier.
U.
Yes, this is u.
Mm-hmm.
So can you quickly
U.
read the first word as well for me?
Two.
Q. This is Q. Okay.
No.
Desika, can you read the
Q.
second word for me? Yeah, that's correct.
Sudan.
It's Sudan. Sudan.
Sudan.
It's Sudan.
Sudan.
Why do I say Sudan and not Sudan? Sudan. Why? Because N sound here has to be nasal, and A N sort of becomes a nasal sound then. Make sense? I'll give you another example. Uh, maybe what? Uh, there's no word that's coming. Uh, Sorry, my mind is going blank. I'm not able to think of one word with an O. But yeah, I'll come back to this rule whenever I get to remember. Same yes. Please say the question.
The we the exception,
Can you say that again? Sorry.
the we the yes we say in French, we is exception in this.
I'm not able to hear you properly, Susan. Can you repeat that, please? What is an exception?
The spelling, the yes in the French we say we, right? I believe the spelling is OUI.
OUI. So that's we. We. So it starts with an O. So whenever we have a combination of vowels in French, the sounds are not precisely the individual sounds. So we do have a U in there, but it's also preceded by an O. So don't take it as the same sound as U, because we also don't say this as AU at the end, right? We say this as O, simply O. So whenever there are combination of vowels, the sound has to differ. It is most likely going to differ. Okay. All right. Thank you. Hussein, can you say the first word for me? It's a simple one.
Which one? Wa
No, this one. This one. The
or EU?
Can you repeat it with the at the start?
Q.
Q. Yes, it's Q. Okay. Tu as fait quelque chose. Okay. That's nice. All right. Let's move to the next sound, which is OI. As I said, O and I in French are pronounced separately, very differently, but when we combine them, yeah, it actually makes a sound of va. Can Kriti say this sound? Va?
Va.
Yes, that's correct. That's correct. So I am hoping that you understood that wherever OI comes, we say it as va. Okay. Can Kriti please say the first word as well for me?
Mm, uh,
The first word is R OI.
oh, okay. R.
Yeah. It's not. I've not written this. It's Huwa.
Oh,
Hua. It's
R.
Hua. Okay.
R. Yeah. Rua. Hmm.
Yes. So the
Rua.
thing is, whenever it's preceded by a consonant, I actually say the sound of that consonant and then precede it with a sound. Okay, like this. So can Desika read the second sound for me? Tua.
Wa.
Yes, it's tua. Okay. There is a slight oo sound that comes here. I wouldn't put it as exactly this sound, but it's close. So I just put it down to make you understand that this is pronounced like this. Okay. So it's hua and tua. Okay. Can Hussein say the third one?
Moi.
Yes, it's moi. Okay. Can Kriti say the last one for me?
Sua.
Swa. Yes, it's swa. Okay. Swa means self. Hua
Huh?
means
Hmm?
king. Yes, that's correct. All right.
Yeah.
So we have an addition to
Uh,
this rule. Any doubts?
yes. Can you so can I just explain what my understanding is?
Yeah, yeah. Please go ahead.
That when there is O and I, it will become Va,
Yeah, it's gonna become
right?
wa sound. Yeah. So we don't say the W very strongly, but it is pronounced as wa, wa,
Hmm.
wa. Okay.
Okay.
The W
Okay.
sound is not
Cool.
very, very strong, is what I would say as a rule as well.
Mm,
Okay.
mm.
So it's
Okay.
moi, moi. Although you hear mu, ah, it sort of has a va sound at the end as well. Moi, moi. Okay.
Mm.
All right.
Okay.
So I'm discussing now an addition to this rule, which is if his oi is followed by an n, sorry, it becomes a nasal sound. Okay. So for example, I'll give you two examples. These two words here, I have oi sound, and that's followed or preceded by a consonant. But at the end, I also have n. So sort of, it's a combination of the nasal sound n rule that we read and the sound va that we just read. So it's gonna become wah, wah, wah. It's not gonna say wa, but wah. Can someone say that sound for me? Desika, can you say that for me, please?
Wa,
Wah, wah.
wa.
At the end, yes. At the end, we have a very nasal sound, wah, because of the n, which is not followed by a vowel. Okay.
Okay.
Uh, Hussein, can you please say the first word for me?
Lua,
Luan. Yes, that's correct. That's very good. Preeti, please say the second word for me.
Swan.
Swan. It's swan. Okay. So here
Swan.
you hear those sounds, right? At the end, we have a nasal sound.
Mhm.
We also have the wah sound, but followed by a nasal sound, which clubs to make sound. Wah. Okay. Understood?
Yes.
Thank
Oui,
you.
monsieur.
Merci. All right. So this is a
Okay.
very, very common mistake, this rule that we're now going to discuss. Okay. Very common mistakes, but very easily correctable. And very easily, I would say people, they don't observe this rule very frequently when they're reading French. Okay. So whenever you encounter an S in French, you have to ask yourself, it is usually surrounded by vowels. Okay, either the s is going to be alone or s is going to have its twin with it in a word. Okay, so you are going to see words like these, they they there. Okay, like this. Okay, it's they there. You see, in this word that I wrote, S is surrounded by two vowels. It can be E, it can be A, I, E, O, U. Any vowel could be possible around S, right? And thus that S does not have a twin. It's alone. That alone S is not given the full rights of S. Just understand it like this. The alone S is only given the rights to be pronounced as Z sound in English. Z. Can someone tell me this rule? Who have understood? Desika, can you tell me what's the rule?
So when there is a S between two vowels,
Yeah.
single S, it's pronounced as Z.
Z. Yes. It does not get the full authority to be pronounced as a full S. Makes sense?
Yes.
Thank you. Kriti, can you now say this first word, please? Yeah, yeah. Please go on. Ask your questions.
Yeah. So in this rule is I mean I don't want to jump ahead, but just a question. This rule is just for S.
Yeah, it's only for S.
Like okay. Yeah, you said that I need to pronounce desert,
Z. Yes. So
desert,
rule.
the
Yes.
so
This.
the
Can you say
um
that again? Sorry.
desert.
No.
No, I
So
don't know.
it's yeah. So we have to combine all the rules that we read today. So we pronounce the second word letter that we see here is A. All right. The first
Mm,
fifth rule that we read today, it's A. So we have to keep that rule in mind. It's they. Then we have to
mm,
see the S here
they,
is a Z sound. So we have to say they zer. Okay.
yeah,
We don't say the T at the end as well. That's the
they,
first rule that we read today.
yeah,
So this is they
yes,
zer.
yes,
They zer.
this there.
Can you say that now?
Mm,
Can you say that again? No, that's
this
not correct.
there.
Quite correct. Désert. Okay,
They,
désert.
there,
Yes,
they,
désert.
there.
So, yes. Yes.
there.
If you have trouble, yeah, if you have trouble speaking the Z sound, remember this is the Z at the end of the word buzz,
Mm,
buzz of a B. Okay, buzz, right?
mm,
Yeah, that
okay,
Z sound which
okay.
is produced by closing a teeth.
Mm,
Z, right?
mm.
Understood?
There. Mm,
Okay. So this desert in French, it means the desert, the one with the sand, जहाँ पे रेता
mm.
हो, the रेत होती है बहुत सारी with sand dunes and all. Okay. Can Desika and Hussein one by one say this word again? Desert. Desika, please.
Desert.
That's correct. Thank you. Hussein, can you say that word?
Desert.
Desert. Yes, very nice. So I'm hoping this is clear. Let's move on to the sister rule of this, which is whenever there's a twin of the S present between vowels, again, I'm not changing the rule a lot. I'm only adding a twin of the S. Whenever there is a twin, understand that the S gets its full rights now. So it's going to be pronounced as S. Okay. So it's going to be said as S. I will give you two examples and you are going to say the words. Can you say, Kriti, can you say the first word for me, please, that I wrote in chat?
One second. Uh, where do I see the chat?
It's in this chat. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's here as well. If you can
Uh,
just read this word as well.
Dezine? Is it Dezine?
It's this, no, no, the first one. You're reading the second one. It's dessert. Okay, dessert. Now I'm gonna say the S sound. Dessert. हिंदी में सैर होता है ना
Dessert.
सैर करना yes
Mm,
dessert okay
mm.
the same sound
Dessert.
Desika can you repeat this for
Okay.
me the double S sound
Desert.
dessert yes dessert okay that's nice Hussein can you say the second word that I've written on the chat it's
Jason.
DESSIN it's not in. So you see, we are also going to still use the N rule that we read. If there is no vowel after N, we don't say N sound. You have to be careful with this. You have to say the nasal sound of this. So it's going to be
Oh,
descend, descend. Can you
Jason.
say that? Yes, very good. Kriti, can you say this word again?
Desa.
Yes, Desika, can you say this word for me, please?
Desert.
It's not de sa, it's de sa. Can you say that again, please?
Desert.
They song. Close. Yeah. It's they song.
Desert.
Yes. Okay. So they song. Okay. I'm going to move to the next one, assuming you've understood this rule. So, Kriti, you have to repeat this rule for me once. What are the rules that we read? What is the first rule?
The what? The first rule or the 10th?
The meaning that what out of these two, what is the first one that you read in the 10th?
The first. Oh, okay, okay. You mean to ask that um what part of the 10th rule is the first rule? No, I'm
No, no,
not
no,
able
no.
to
I'm just
understand
asking
what
you,
is the question.
what's the 10th rule basically?
Oh, the 10th rule is when there is a S which has a vowel
Two vowels
in the
surrounding it.
like next to it, both sides, two vowels. Yeah, two vowels surrounding it. Then the sound becomes Z for the
Z.
S.
Yes, that's
Z,
correct.
like the
Desika, yeah,
buzz thingy.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's correct. Thank you. Desika, can you say the second rule for me, please? What's the
So,
difference?
so when there's a double S between the vowels,
Yeah.
we can pronounce the S in the full meaning.
Can you repeat the last part of your rule? In what? Pronounce the S
When
after the
there's
word.
a double S between vowels, we can pronounce S as S, this sound.
Yes, that's correct. Very good. So Hussein, did you get these rules? Understood? I'm gonna start with the next rule with you. So we have two similar rules coming up, 12th and 13th. Okay, this is for the the G and C letters. Okay, whenever, so what happens is usually these are followed by vowels in French. Okay, the vowel, as you know, there are five vowels. Depending on which vowel comes after these words, the sound is a little different. Okay, so as a general rule, I'm gonna read these two first at the same time. So I'm gonna zoom out. You see, whenever there is E and I after these two vowels, these two words, sorry, C and G, the softer sound is produced. The softer sound is produced. But whenever there is A, O, and U after these, the harsher sound is produced. And I'm going to go in detail what I mean by softer and what I mean by harsher. So the first rule, whenever G is followed by E and I, it's pronounced as J. J. J के पैर में बिंदी वाला J. It's a softer J. J, J. So I'm only talking about the sound of J here, the G here. Okay, I'm not saying if it's followed by I, it's only going to be J. So you'll understand this with examples here. This sound is beige, beige, J. I'm not saying G, I'm saying J. Do you understand this? Preeti, can you repeat this for me? The first word,
Beige.
J. Yes, very nice. The second one,
Beige.
although it starts with the J, I have to pronounce the E sound nonetheless. Okay. So which followed by I still say je, then I say I. So it's Givenchy. Givenchy. Make sense? Can Desika say this word for me, please?
She won she.
Can you say that again? Sorry.
She won she.
Yeah, the first sound is a little different. It's Givenchy. Givenchy. Okay.
She won she.
Yes, Givenchy. Hussein, can you say the third one for me, please?
Manger.
Manger. Yes, you see, we also follow the rules that we read before this. So we're gonna say J. Why did we say J and why did we not say manger? Why? Because G is followed by E. All right. So I'm assuming you know this word already because we've heard this word so much in French. Okay, it's not manger, it's manger, and that brings me to the sound g in French. G. Okay, the actual g that we have in Hindi, it's only produced when we have A, O, and U after G. Okay, so if I have words that have A, O, U, the G is pronounced, only the G sound is going to be pronounced as G. If there is an A after it, you have to still say the A. But I'm only talking about the G sound here. So the first word here, I'll pronounce that word. It's garde. Garde. Okay. G A R D. Garde. So I was talking about the G sound here. This sound has to come out as G and not J, right? We read in the above rule. Okay. So Preeti, can you read this second word for me, please? The verb.
Garde.
Garde. Yes, very good. Desika, please read the second one.
Garde.
This the third one. Sorry,
Gothi.
gute. It's gute. You have to also
Gothi.
keep in mind, yeah, the last few word rules that we read. So this sound is a. Gute.
Gothi.
Yes. Hussein, can you say the last one for me, please?
Hair.
Um,
Yeah, it's close. Yeah.
Hair. Hair.
Yeah. Say that. Can you repeat that?
Hair.
It's ger. Okay, ger. Ger. Like paraya ger wala ger in Hindi. We
Hair.
have ger. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes,
Hair.
ger. All right. So this was the rule. I hope that you understood this. Can someone repeat this rule for me? Desika, can you repeat the first rule for me? When do we say the J sound?
When there is E or I after followed by G, it's pronounced as J
Yeah,
or G.
G. Yes, great. Kriti, can you say the second part of this rule?
when vowel after G, then we say ga.
No, all of these are
Uh,
vowels actually.
But
All of these are vowels. The
yeah,
difference we're reading is which
but then
vowels come. Okay?
oh, okay, E I and then A O and U.
Yes. So whenever there is A, O, U, the harsher sound is produced. Whenever there is E and I, the softer sound is produced. Okay? Je and G.
Okay, okay.
Hussein, can you please repeat both of these rules for me?
So with the G, E, and G, I, it just out like J and H, and with G, A, J, G, O, and G, U, it goes out.
Great. That's absolutely correct. Now, with that, that you've understood this rule, we're going to move to the next one with the same rule, but with C now. Okay. The only thing that has changed here is the C sound at the starting. Everything else is same. The rules are very similar. So you're going to understand this. With E and I, we produce the say the softer sound, which is say, s. Okay, I don't say k, I say s. Okay. So the examples that I'm going to take are the first one I'm going to read. It's say. We read this in the earlier rule as well. It's say, right? So can Kriti please read the first one for me? Again, this one. Kriti, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. First word that you're saying,
Yeah, this one. The one that I read. Please repeat that.
uh, say.
Say. Yes, please also say the next one.
Uh, Next one. What is the next one?
Can you see the screen? Sorry. This one.
Yeah, yeah.
What's the pronunciation of this
The
word?
sank, sank.
It's sunk.
Uh,
Yes, sunk. Sunk. It's
yeah,
not sank, it's sunk.
sunk,
Okay.
sunk,
Yes.
sunk. Yeah,
Desika, can you please
sunk.
say the first two words again for me?
Say song.
It's not song, it's sunk without the O sound there. Okay. Can you say that again,
Song.
please? Sunk. Yes, very nice. So Hussein, you're gonna say the last two for me, please.
Sunk and mercy.
Yes. Can you say the second one again? It's merci.
Sunk
Okay, merci.
and
Merci.
mercy.
The second one is not
Mercy. Mercy.
it's not mer. It's not merci. It's not mer. It's me. Merci. Okay. I will read the ER
Mercy.
sound again, but
Oh,
yes, it's merci. Very nice. So what I was teaching you here is the C sound, which is pronounced as s and not k. Now let's look at when this C sound is pronounced as k instead. Okay. So whenever it's followed by a o u, it's pronounced as k and not s, just like we read. Now we're gonna read these four examples one by one. Kriti, please read the first one for me, please.
Cool,
I'll zoom out. Cool.
cool.
Yes, it's cool. Yes,
Okay.
great. Cool. De- Desika, can you see the read the second one for me, please?
Kato.
Kado. Yes. So you see, we also use the word rule that we read for this EAU earlier. It's O sound. And what we have read here is we say ka and not sado. Okay. All right. Hussein, can you read the third one for me?
cool.
Ku. Yes. We don't say the P. That's great. Ku. It's not su, it's ku. Okay. That's great. Can Kriti please read the last one for me?
Uh, Culture,
Culture. Yes, it's culture. Culture. Like this, right? U sound
culture,
is a little U. Yes, culture. Great. All
culture.
right. Yes. So what happens is there are times when we want to say this CE sound, sorry, the CA sound, CO sound, and CU sound as sa. So and shoe. Okay, I'll give you examples like aperçu. So this sound can be made as s sound from the k sound by adding a little addition to c, which is a matra, sort of a matra. This little inverted c, which is slightly smaller than the bigger c, is called cedille in French. Okay, this is called cedille. This is added to the C to make the sound turn from k to s. To soften the sound, we add this sound. We add this small accent in French. Okay. So even if we have now AOU with the C, which has a small gift to attach to it, we say the softer sound. Okay. I'll give you examples, you will understand this better. So these sounds, even though we have A, O, U, but given the C has a little inverted C on below it, we say it as S. Okay. So can Desika tell me the first pronunciation?
Sa.
Sa. It's the same as Sava, Sava, Sava bien. Okay. It's Sa. We don't say it as Ka because we just read C के बाद A आता है, तो we say it as Ka. Okay. But here this C has a superpower to it, which is helping it pronounced as Sa and not Ka. Okay. Hussein, can you say the second one for me?
Garson. Garso.
It's not garçon, garçon. Yes. So you have to say ga, son, garçon, garçon. Okay. The N sound does
Garso.
not come because
A
there is
boy.
no vowel after. Yes. Very, very nice. Okay. This one is a little badly written, but bear with me with the handwriting. This is COMMEN, son. Can someone say this word for me? Kriti, can you say this?
Commenso.
Yeah. Come on, son. Come on, son. It's not comment, son. It's come on, son. Can you repeat that,
Commenso.
please? Can you say that once again?
Commenso.
Yes, that's correct. Kriti, can you say that for me as well?
Mm. Uh, yeah, sure. Comment ça?
It's not
How
comment,
is it
comment
pronounced?
son. It's comment son.
Hmm?
Comment son. The sound has to be nasal. Okay? Because we have a
Comment
consonant
ça?
after it.
Comment ça?
Comment son. Okay. So this
Comment
sound is
ça?
nasal and then this sound is nasal again. So we have two nasal sounds. So between there is a s. Comment son.
Okay. Okay.
Understood?
Can you please repeat this rule once more if
Yeah,
possible?
definitely. Yeah. So we read that whenever there is a C A, C O, and C U, it's pronounced as ka. We read these words kado, ku, kulchu. You see, the sound that's coming is k and not s. But if we want to change this sound to s instead, even when we have to write A O U, we can add a small little letter at the below the C, which is called a sedi. So you see, there's a difference.
Mm.
This C is not the same as this C, right? So
Mm.
this C basically helps that k sound to change into s sound now.
Mm.
So whenever there is a s, this sedi wala C present, we say it as s with n'importe quelle letter, with whichever letter, with no matter what vowel comes after it, it has to be said as s sound. Make sense?
Yes.
Thank you. All right. So this is a very simple one, but this is going to be so frequent in French that you have to get this pronunciation right. Okay. So you will see these words a lot of times, and I see people saying these as je, me, te, se. It's not je, me, te, se. It's je. Why? Because E sound in Hindi, simply, right? The E sound in Hindi is and not a, like in English. Like in English, it's not E sound, it's not a sound, it's sound. Desika, can you say this sound for me, please? Oh,
Oh.
oh, yes. So please say these two words for me, the first two that I've written here.
No. No.
Je, me. You see, we don't say a at the end. We say je, me. Very good. Hussein, can you say the next two for me, please?
The.
The, sir. Yes. Kriti, the next two, please.
The,
Yes.
L,
The and le. Yes. This sounds very simple, but these are going to come so frequently when you're reading French that you might get these wrong. Okay. So the next two, Desika, can you please say these two as well?
Le, que,
No, no, no. This the first sound was wrong, I guess. Can you say this again? I didn't hear you.
pa,
Yes.
sa.
Yes, it's k and s. Okay. So k and s. Understood? All right. I'm assuming you all understood this rule. It was pretty simple, but please keep in mind
yeah.
these sounds are very important and occur very frequently in French. Just wanted to cover them as well. What I'll do is, given we've been talking for 1 hour, let's just take a very, very short break. We're then only going to discuss 5 to 6 more rules, and then we'll start reading some things in French. Okay. So please take 3 to 4 minutes of break. Let's come back at 9:13 or 9:14 at max. 9:14. Take
Okay.
a break. Go out. Stretch your legs. Eat, drink some water. I don't want you to be fatigued while learning French. Okay. Just go and freshen up, and I'll be back. Okay. 9:14, please.
Okay.
See you.
Okay.
All right. Is everybody back?
Oh, yes.
Thank you. Hussein, Priti. All right. Uh, let's start again. So we're gonna see now the 15th rule. Okay, the 15th rule here is we're gonna pronounce the sounds consonants which are C, F, L whenever they come at the end of the words. So we discussed whenever there are consonants at the end of word, we don't pronounce them. This is an exception. We do pronounce C, F, and L at the end of words. There could be exceptions to this as well, but please understand that this is a general rule, and CFL at the end of words are generally pronounced in most cases. Okay. So with that said, can Priti, if you're back, can you say the first word?
Yes. Um. sa- Uh. Sack.
It's sak. Sak. Yes. Mo
Sack.
sak. Yes, sak. Okay.
Yeah.
Can Desika, can you say the second one, please?
Feel,
Can you say that again?
feel,
It's feel. Yes, feel. Feel. Okay.
feel.
Yes. Can Hussein say the third one?
Awake.
Avec. Yes. So we see we don't say it as ave. We say avec. Very good. Kriti, can you say the last one for me, please?
Uh.
This one.
To, to, uh.
So we have to apply the rule.
Swap.
OI is called va. Okay.
Uh.
So we say soif.
Uh.
Soif.
Swap.
Can you say that loudly?
Swap.
For, I don't hear this first sound. I'm assuming you're saying it. Can you say that
Okay.
once more?
I- Is it better now? The sound.
Yeah,
Swamp.
much better. Yes. Soif. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. Desika, can you
Swamp.
say the sound?
Soft.
Yes, very good. Hussein, can you say the sound again?
Off.
Suave. Yes, great. So you see, whenever there is a C, L, C, F at the end of words, we say those consonants. Unlike every other consonant, which we usually do not pronounce in French. Okay? If you understand this, please give me a thumbs up. Okay, okay, great, great. I see two thumbs up, Preeti. Yes, thank you. All right. R in words ending in EUR and single syllable words is pronounced. So we are reading this another consonant rule. Which consonant is pronounced? R in words which are ending in EUR and which are single syllable words. Can someone tell me what's a syllable? Anyone? What's a syllable in pronunciation? Okay, so I'll explain. So take example of Kriti's name. Okay, we have two sounds in Kriti's name. I change my tone of my mouth two times when I say Kriti, Kriti. Okay, it's not Kri, it's not Ti. I have to combine two distinct sounds to make her name. Okay, so it's Kriti. So single syllable words are the ones which only have one sound. We can basically pronounce them in single breath. I don't have to say, if I were to say Kri, it's a single syllable. If I were to say Ti, it's a single syllable. But Kri and Ti are actually two syllables. Did you all understand the syllable thing? Can you all give me a thumbs up?
Yes. Yes.
Thank you. All right. So single syllable words, if they have an R in it, they are pronounced. The R is pronounced. So, and the other rule is EUR ending words have the R sound pronounced. So the first word that we're gonna see is per. Per. Can Jessica say this word for me, please?
Off.
Can you say that again? Sorry.
Off.
Yes, that's correct. Preeti, can you say the second one for me?
Source.
It's sur. Yes, sur.
Ear. Ear.
Yes, correct. That's correct. Thank you. Oh, Hussein, can you say the third one for me, please?
Oh,
Oh, yes, that's great. Oh, Hussein, please also read the first one for me again.
oh,
Per. Yes, it's per. Okay. So single syllable
oh.
words are at the end of those words. We have to pronounce them. Okay. Thank you. And now we're going to move to the next one. ER in single syllable word is pronounced differently. So you remember we did this word chante, right? Just a moment. I don't know what the shortcut is, but so chante is not a single syllable. Can someone tell me how many syllables are there in this word chante?
Three.
It's chant and te. It's chante. So it's only two sounds that I'm making. So it's two syllable
Okay.
word.
Three.
Who say no, it's not one. Can you explain why you said one? Yes, it's two. So chant and te. It's chante.
I thought we were
Uh,
talking about the pause.
okay, yes. So we have two syllables, yes. Okay, and one pause, yes, definitely. So here the rule is about single syllable words. Okay, whenever there is a er in single syllable words, it's pronounced as a and not a. Okay, it's pronounced as a, air. Okay, the difference of the sound is only a. Okay, it's not a. So it's air. So the first word I have here is fair. It's not fe. Can someone repeat this rule for me? Desika, please. Can you repeat this rule for me?
Fair. Like when there is a ER, we have to be pronounced in single syllable.
No, 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 no. That's not what the rule is. So I have ER at the end of chante as well, but I don't say this as chante. This is not chanter. Okay. Why this is not chanter? Because there are two syllables in this word. But this rule is only for the one, sorry about this, only for the words which only have one syllable in it. Okay. So the word
Okay.
FER is pronounced as fair because I can say this word in one single sound. Do you understand the difference between chante and fair? What is the difference?
Yeah.
Okay.
In Shante, there is a two syllable sounds.
Yeah. Yes.
So we are pronouncing the ER as A.
Yes. Very good. And what is the sound here that we're making in single syllable?
Here, here it's A.
Air, very nice. Yes. Hussein, can you please repeat this rule for me? Or just the sounds? Whatever is okay with you.
The single syllable we will pronounce er, and the double syllable we will not pronounce er. Sorry.
So the thing is, yeah, the first thing is what you said is correct. Single syllable is pronounced air. Okay. It could be more than two as well. So it could be, I don't know, there could be a very complicated word which has two to three syllables. So I'm only talking about one versus more than one. It could be two, three, four, anything. Okay. So in single syllable, we say air, and everywhere else we say it as a. Okay.
Okay.
Make sense? Kriti, did you understand this rule?
Little like some part.
Okay, so I'll talk the next rule of next part of this rule. Maybe you'll understand this better. ER in other words is pronounced as A. Whichever words are not single syllable, okay. When I say UA, can you Kriti, can you tell me how many syllables I'm speaking? UA.
Two.
Two. Yes. Can you tell me how many syllables are in the word apple? Apple.
Three.
Three. Yes. So you understand how I'm calculating those syllables? If it's more
Mm,
than one, I'm only going to say a sound for ER. Okay. So I know this is very, very complicated to actually do this calculation in
like
your head
math.
when you're reading. Can you repeat that? Sorry, didn't get it.
I am saying this is like math.
This is like maths, I know, but as and when you practice these rules, these will start coming to your head like this, like this. Okay.
Okay.
So that's what we're going to
Okay.
do today. We'll start the practice today itself. We are at almost at the end of the PDF. Okay. So the difference between two is what I want you to grasp. The first one is fair and share. Can Desika please repeat the sounds for me? Fair and share.
A. Share.
Kriti, can you repeat these sounds for me? These first two ones?
Fair, share.
Yes. Hussein, can you say these sounds for me again, please?
And share.
Yes, fair and share. Okay, there is a elongated air sound in this. So the next ones, Hussein, can you say the first two for me? What the entire list? Can you read all the three, please?
Jouer, chanter, ample.
It's not arm play, it's up play, up play. And even the first
Apple.
word that you
Apple.
said, can you repeat that? Yes. The first word, can you repeat that one?
Jouer.
It's not j. No, it's not j. It's j. Okay, it's a softer j. So it's jouer, jouer,
uh, Jouer.
jouer. Yes, j sound, j. It's a softer j. Can Desika repeat these three sounds for
Okay.
me, please? The
Jouer.
words. Yes, thank you.
Jouer, chanter,
Yes.
appeler.
It's not appelle, it's appelé. Appelé.
Appeler.
Okay. I said those sounds differently because I wanted you to understand there are three syllables, but when we say them together, it's almost like we're saying two syllables. Appelé, appelé. Okay.
Appeler.
Yes, appelé. Kriti, I think you might not read this. Please read these words for me.
Yeah. Jouer, chanter, appeler.
Appelé. Yes, very nice. So, assuming you understood these words, so faire, cher versus jouer, chanter, appeler. You see, the difference in air sound is what we're reading here. All right. So now we're going to read the double L sound, which usually comes with an I, and it's pronounced as y, a lighter y. It's not fully y, but it's y. Okay. So whenever I see the I double L in French, it's generally pronounced as y. Like if I were to write in English, je, sure, this is not exactly the same. I don't know how to type it in English, but the Hindi sound is very close to this. Je. Okay. So the first word I'm going to read it. It's fear. It's not feel. It's not. I don't know. It's fear. Year sound. Can Hussein say this word for me?
Filia.
Fear. Yes. Very nice. So it's fear. Okay. Desika, please read the second one for me.
Setai,
It's not say. Can you repeat that? Sorry, there's something wrong.
setai,
The yin, it's not the e, it's the. Say the, simply the.
seti,
Yes, that's correct. That's absolutely correct. Can Kriti say the third one, please?
Uh,
This one. I'll
Pilot,
zoom out.
uh,
Close, close. Yes, go on.
pi, pi,
No, no, no.
piety,
So I'll say this word. No,
no,
it's not
pi,
payate. No.
what,
So the word that we read, yeah, I am understanding why you're saying this thing as te, because we
hmm,
read
hmm,
that TES in French is called te, but it's only for the
hmm,
words that are standalone. Okay. Whenever it's so this actually gets applied using this rule that we read. Uh, if this word were this okay, payet,
hmm,
okay, the payet with an S is just a plural of this. So I read this word as payet. So with an S as well, I'm going to read it as payet and not payete because there's an S added. Remember,
hmm.
we read the rule with an S, the
Yeah,
pronunciation does not change.
yeah, piety.
Okay. So the rule that we are reading here is I double L is said here and not L. So do not read this as pilot. Please don't. Okay. It's here. Payet.
Piety.
Very nice. Okay. Hussein, this word again is not leaving your side. Please repeat this word for me. We've read this in other rules as well.
Réveiller.
Again, sorry, this is not correct. Try again.
Réveiller.
Close. So we have to say
Réveiller.
re, then we have to say, you're saying réveiller. It's not réveiller, it's réveiller. Okay, réveiller. So we have to say v a v.
Réveiller.
Then we have to say réveiller. Okay, it's réveiller. You understand the difference?
Réveiller.
Réveiller,
Okay. Yeah.
réveiller.
I guess.
Okay, this
Réveiller.
Desika, can you say this word for me? Yes, thank you. That's correct.
Réveiller.
Very nice. Yes. Great. Kriti, can you say this word for me again?
Réveiller.
Can you say that once again?
Réveiller.
Yes, that's correct. Réveiller. So what we read here was I double L.
Réveiller.
Yes, it's called
Hmm.
year. Okay. Always, please don't see double L as year. Please don't say I double L as L. Never, ever, please. Okay. I will give you counter examples to this. When we have double L, but it's followed by something else, E, A, you see there are two examples. We say L. So this first word here is personnellement. Nellement. It's not personnellement. Okay. The second word here is installation. Installation. It's not installation. Installation. No, it's installation. Why? Because only I double L is said as here. Is that clear to everyone? Please give me a thumbs up.
Okay.
Okay, I'm taking that as thumbs up. Thank you. So next we're gonna see is this is a very very common sound is French as well. Again, you will hear this in a lot of words. So we're gonna do three endings, and for all of those three endings, fortunately, we have one single pronunciation. We're gonna make exactly the same sound. There is no difference at all. So SION, unlike I said, if it's followed, and I mean, just leave it there. SION, double SION, and TION, all of these are Sion. Can someone tell this sound to me? That what is this sound? Preeti, please. Just this
Uh,
sound, SION. What is the
Mid.
sound we're gonna make?
Uh, Sion.
Sion. Sion. Yes, it's Sion. Sion. It's a
Sion.
lighter E. Yes,
Hmm.
Sion.
Sion.
There you go. Desika, can you please hit this sound to me? Say this sound.
Sion.
Yes, that's correct. Hussein, please say this.
Sion.
Sion. Yes, very good. So we're going to read these words with this sound now, and we're going to follow all the other rules that we read. So, with that said, can Hussein read the first word for me, please? This one.
Tensio.
No, no, it's not ten. Sion. Why it's not ten? You have to tell me. Is there a
Uh,
vowel after N?
eh, yeah, yeah. Vowel after rule one, I guess. Yeah.
So there is no vowel after L. So we are gonna say L as N as nasal sound. So it's going to be tension. Okay,
Tension.
make sense?
Okay.
Yes, very good. That's
Tension. Yeah.
exactly the sound that we have to make. Just a moment. It is not.
Pression.
Okay.
Pression.
Yes,
Pression.
pression. Yes. So we have to follow the double S vowel wala rule
Oh,
as well. Okay. So yes, this is pression. Very nice. Desika, please read the first two again for me.
Tension. Pression.
Very nice. Kriti, please read the next two for me.
Tension. Pression.
Okay, the next two as well.
Um, atten- Attention
Yes.
and convention.
Convention. Yes. So attention, we have to say ah very distinctly. Attention.
Okay.
Convention.
Attention. Okay.
Convention.
Convention.
Is that clear? So we
Convention.
say yes. So
Hmm.
double SION, SION, and TION is going to be said as Sion. That's what we're reading here. Okay. Hussein, can you please read the next one for me with D?
Demotion.
Okay. Just say that D sound again. Can you say that again?
Demotion.
Demotion. Yes. So, demotion. Yes. So, double S I O N, S I O N, and T I O N is going to be said as Sion. That's what we're reading here. Okay. Hussein, can you please read the next one for me with D? Just say that D sound again. Can you say that again? How do you say di?
Demoncio.
Yes, it's the monsoon. It's Hindi ka the. It's not the. Okay. In English, we say D as D,
Yeah.
but in French, we say it as the, a softer one. Dimension. Dimension. Okay.
Demoncio.
Desika, yes. Can you say this word? It's actually SCEN. Okay. The spelling. SCEN.
Assumption.
Ascension. Ascension. Okay. So this means to climb up or the rise of something. Ascension. All right. The next one, Kriti, can you read this for me?
Emotion.
It's close. It's immersion somehow. I don't know why, but
Ima-
it's immersion. Immersion.
Immersion.
Okay. Make
Mm,
sense? There are only a
yeah.
few rules now. I will, yeah, there are 2 to 3 more rules. I'll add one more rule at the end. But now what we're going to read is this accent. Earlier, with accent we did. इससे पहले we did this accent. You remember? This sound is always pronounced as A. A. This sound that I'm typing the chat, not what it's present on the screen, but only the one in the chat. The other sound that I'm going to discuss in this 20th rule is E with the ulta accent. This accent is called accent grave. Okay. What is this called? Accent grave. You have to remember this whichever way you like it. But ये जो उतरता हुआ accent है, sorry, uh, but ये जो उतरता हुआ accent है, which comes down to E, it's pronounced as air. Air. Can Adhishika say this sound?
Air.
It's not air, it's air, simply air without the r
Air.
sound. Yes, air. So I'll give you
Air.
examples. Hussein, can you say the sound first? We'll see the sound, then we'll move to the examples. Hussein, please.
Eh.
Air. Yes, very nice. Kriti, please.
Eh.
Air. Yes. So the first sound, Kriti, can you say the sound?
Fair.
Pair. Yes, it's pair. Okay. The second one, Hussein, please say this for me.
Fair.
Guerre. Yes. Desika, please say this, the third one for me.
Right.
Prêt. Yes, it's prêt. This next example is very helpful for you to remember the rules. Okay, so I'm going to write it separately so you understand these sounds. So you see, there are two kinds of E accents in this. One is this one. This is called accent aigu, which is the rising accent. The other one is the descending accent, which is called accent grave. Okay, I'll write the names here. You can note down if you want to. Accent aigu. The other one is called accent grave. Okay, so AQ is basically the ascending one. Ascending one meaning which is rising. This is the hint for you to remember it. The rising one is AQ. The ascending one is AQ. Coming down one is Ghav. Okay. So this sound, can someone make this sound for me? This word. Desika, can you try this?
Légère.
Very nice. Yes. Kriti, can you say this word again?
Leisure.
No, it's not Lee. Can you say that again?
Mm,
Remember the first, second,
le-
the fifth rule we read right today. It
uh,
was
yeah.
léger, right? So it's
Le-
légère.
leisure.
Okay.
Leisure.
Yes. So with this word, you're going to see the difference of both the accent sounds. Okay. Hussein, can you read this word again for me? Meanwhile, I'll write another word.
Ledger.
It's not ger, it's légère. Okay.
Ledger.
Légère. Remember, yes, remember the rules that we just did. GE and GI are je. Okay. That rules,
Okay.
everything has to come together when we are saying the French words. So, Desika, please say the next word for me. It is written below.
Préféré.
No, no, no,
Préfère.
it's not. No. Can you say that again once more? Slow down.
Préfère.
No, it's prêt, then faire.
Préfère.
Prêt, faire. Yes. Kriti, can you say the
Préfère.
second word?
Prefer.
Préfère. Yes, very nice. Hussein, please repeat this.
Yeah.
Can you say that again? Sorry.
Prefer.
Not a, it's not préfère, it's préfère. Say that again, please.
Fair. Prefer.
Very nice. Yes, that's absolutely correct. Okay. Just a moment. Yes. So here we're gonna see another one or two sounds. So this sound is important. Can someone say this sound? Desika, can I say this sound? The one that I just highlighted. This one.
Right.
Khe. Yes. Can you, Kriti, say the next one? It's there is an accent here on it.
Hmm. Daphnia.
It's dernière. Okay, dernière.
Dernier.
Yes. So
Hmm.
I'll tell you the difference.
Dernier.
You will see two kind of dernière. Okay, and I will send you a song today which has a title of dernière. Okay. So the first one that I wrote, and I'm looking at the chart right now. The first one I wrote is the masculine form of dernière. It's called dernière. Dernière. Okay. Dernière. The second one is dernière, a little longer. Dernière. La dernière fois. La dernière fois. I'll give you example as well. Dernière fois. या फिर le dernier mois. This both of these means the last dash, the last dash. But depending on the gender of the noun that we're using, we change dernier to dernière. Okay, make sense? Everyone, thumbs up, please, if you understood this one. Thank you. Hussein, did you understand this? Thank you. All right, let's move on to this one. If you have learned anything from this lesson, I want to take this away from today's lesson. Take a piece of paper in big bold letters, write these 5 sounds on it, because and paste it in front of you wherever you're learning French. Okay, all of these sounds are going to be very helpful when you're reading French. So is called a is called e is called a with an accent aigu is called a. E with an accent grave is called air. Okay, this is air. And E with the topi wala accent, this is called circumflex. I'll write it accent circumflex. Okay, this is also pronounced the same way as accent grave. It's called air. So I'll give you an example. Forêt. Forêt. Can someone say this word forêt?
Right.
Yes. All right. So this, please note this down somewhere, because I'm going to talk about this all the time in reading. Okay. There are two more rules that we need to see, 22 and 21. G and sound is also very important. I forgot to include this. So G and sound is a near sound. I don't really know how to write it in Hindi, but it's a near sound. I'll give you an example. Uh, can someone read this word for me?
Com-
Hussein? Okay. Yeah, basic.
Champagne.
It's not sure. No, no, Desika. Can you repeat that?
Champagne.
No, 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 no. How do we say C and A? When we have a C and
Ka.
A, it's ka,
Ka.
ka. Simply ka. But we have a M here as well. So this sound is going to change to nasal now. Compania. This is near. There is a Hindi word I am actually not able to remember. I think it's written somewhere like this, somewhat like this. I'm not really sure, but my Hindi is not very good. So this word is actually pronounced as nya. It's not said as jna. No, please don't say that ever in French. Gn is always nya. Can Kriti repeat this word for me, please?
Com-
It's
Campania. Uh,
compagnie. It's a sound. Compagnie.
com- Campania.
It's not come, it's co. Compagnie. 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 We don't say the M as well. Yes.
Campania.
Compagnie. Okay. Compagnie. Okay. Yes,
Compania. Compania.
very nice. Campagne. La campagne means the countryside, basically. Countryside meaning the everything which is related to villages and that scenery. Okay. Next word. Can someone read this word for me? Desika, please.
Gagno,
Can you say that again? Sorry.
Gagno,
No, it's ganyo. 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 This sound,
Gonyo,
yes, ga. So we read this rule. Ga is called ga. Okay. Gn is going to be nyo. So ganyo.
Gonyo,
Okay. T is not going to be pronounced. Hussein, can you repeat this word for me, please?
Gania.
Ganyo. Ganyo. Ganyo.
Ganio.
Ganyo. Yes. Next word as well. Hussein, can you repeat this for me? The next word is the same thing, just the verb. It's just a verb.
Uh, shall we pronounce ER at the end? The last word?
It's the same rule we read today. It's a sound. Okay. Er ending verbs are pronounced a
Ganio.
at the end. So we say it's ganye. Ganye.
Gani. Gani.
Ganye. Ganye. This sound is close to this sound in Hindi. Ganye. Okay. Understood? Is everyone clear on this rule? All right. So this was the entire PDF. Yeah, this is one rule which is left. This is a very subtle, but I want you to learn this side from the start. So there are two different pronunciations for in starting words. Okay. Whenever words start with in, we have two kinds of pronunciation depending on whatever is the next word after in. If that word is a vowel, okay, I will pronounce this sound as versus if there is a consonant, sorry, I'll pronounce it as if there is a vowel like e here, I'll pronounce it as in versus on. You see, I'll read out those words and you'll understand what's the difference. The first one is incapable. Incapable. The second one is inexplicable. Inexplicable. Do you understand the difference? Thumbs up, please. No. Or okay. So you have to read these words yourself as well. Kriti, please read these two words for me one by one.
Incapa- Incapable.
It's not capable, it's capable. Yes, there's a after C.
Un- Incapable.
It's not
Un-
capable again. It's incapable. Incapable. Incapable.
Incapable.
Very nice. Yes.
Incapable. Inexplic-
That is the
in-
difference that I'm teaching. It's inexplicable.
Inexplicable.
Explicable.
Inexplicable.
Inexplicable, but we say incapable. Why? Because the first one
Uh,
has a C after
yes.
in,
Hmm.
yeah,
Hmm.
and the
Hmm.
second one has a vowel after it.
As
Okay.
a vowel.
Hussein.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Hussein, can you say these words for me, please?
A cable. A cap.
Repeat, repeat. The first
A
sound is correct. Yeah.
capable
No, no,
and
no. See, I'll break this down for you. It's
inexplicable. Yeah, please.
that the second one is correct. The first one, देखो, ka, pa, bl, ka, pa, bl, ka, pa,
A
bl. Can you say that now?
capable. Okay. A
It's
capable.
capable. The second one, though, here we say inexplicable. Can you say that second one?
Inexplicable.
Inexplicable. Okay.
Inexplicable.
Desika, can you repeat this one?
A capable.
That's correct. Thank you.
incapable, inexplicable.
Do you understand the difference between these two words? Why we are repeating and saying what we're saying? Very nice. Now, can someone tell me? There's also this rule is also applicable to somewhat. No, not. No, let's not do this. How will I say this word? Will I say or will I say in?
On this song.
En des sons, yes. How will I say this word?
Inaudible.
Very nice. Kriti, can you say these words for me? The first one and the second one.
Inaudible are the song.
En des sons. We don't say the ter.
Are
Okay.
the song. Yeah,
Des
are
sons.
the song.
Very nice. So
Are the song.
yeah. Hussein, understood? Please repeat these words for me as well.
Yeah.
Say these words, please.
It will be audible
No, it's
and
not
in this
inaudible. It's ulta, ulta.
in this
It's
one.
inaudible. En des
Oh, okay,
sons.
vowel with a in. Okay,
Yeah. Make sense?
inaudible and this one.
En des sons.
Yeah. Okay.
On this song. Very nice. Okay. So this was the PDF. देखो बहुत सारे rules थे आज हमने पढ़े. Starting next class, what I'm gonna do is refer to these rules without mentioning कि which rule is it, because I'm not gonna remember ये कौन सा rule था, which number rule is it. I'm only going to refer to the rule itself. ठीक है? What your homework is, you have to go through this PDF a lot of times, and you have to visit this website called forward.com. I'll show you that website today. So this is the website. It's called forgo.com. Okay. You have to go into this website. This is the search bar. Okay. You have to, let's say, we see the word on this one. Okay. We're going to say on this one. We're going to search for it. And there are going to be different languages on this website. What we are looking for is the French language. And we're going to play this sound here. So there is some weird glitch on this website. I don't know why, but this sound is not playing for me. I'm not really sure if you're able to hear that sound. Uh, but I'm hoping you're able to see this screen at least that I'm sharing. Can you give me a thumbs up? Yeah. So this is the website where what you're going to do is, for all the rules that we went through, go through all the word examples that I've given in the PDF. Okay. Write those down in here, listen to that sound very closely, and understand why that rule is the way it is. Okay. So next class onwards, we're going to start reading stories. Okay. I showed you it in the demo. We're going to start reading a PDF or a story, and we're going to apply all these rules. So pronunciation is something you have to work on right from the start. अगर अभी focus नहीं किया, बाद में उसको correct करने का कोई point नहीं होगा, and you will sound like a very weird Indian. I must say that. Okay. So it's something you get judged upon a lot. If your accent is not good in French, please don't learn it. I'd say. मतलब बहुत weird sound करता है Indian accent. Some people have a very hard accent in French. Although it does not matter a lot, at least in comprehension. But अगर करना ही है तो maybe let's just do it right. The second benefit of doing pronunciation right from the beginning, is that when you listen to those sounds, you're gonna hear the correct sounds. So if I say this song, you'll immediately understand I'm talking about some sound which is I and D. Okay. And not I and E or any vowel. That makes sense? So listening also gets better when you are reading the pronunciation rules. So with that said, I'll stop here for today. Next class, say we'll start doing the application of these rules. So your homework, I will write it down in our tracker. Your homework is actually going to be a little more. So I'll tell you. So you have to, I'll write it down here. It's to basically go through the PDF. I'll delete everything else. Go through the PDF. Okay. Check all words on forward. I've linked it down in this cell only. You see, this is this site, this one. Okay. The second thing you're gonna do is you're gonna start listening to some friends. What I'm gonna give you to make it a little fun, I'm gonna send you a song. Okay, I'm gonna send you that song on the group. Give it a good listen. एक दो तीन चार पांच बार उसको सुनो and just try to understand what they're saying in French. बस वो बोल क्या रहे हैं उसका मतलब नहीं सुनना है तुम्हें. Get used to those French sounds. I'm sure most of you would have heard a lot of other French songs, but we're gonna do it in the class as well. I'll give you a song, you're gonna give it a good listen, okay? And I'll write that down here. So Kal will start with the practice of pronunciation and we'll go through a story. Sounds good? So this is the only homework that you have for today. Please do your homework properly on time. Okay. And yes, we will see tomorrow at the same time. All right. Thank you so much. Merci
Okay,
beaucoup.
thank you.
Yeah.
Merci
Merci.
beaucoup.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Bonjour, monsieur.
Bonne journée à vous aussi. Merci. Au revoir.